It is Friday, January 23rd, 2026. And let me tell you, I have been staring at the monitor for 3 hours just asking myself, what is going on here? Truly. Welcome to the Neural Right. I'm Will Sterling, coming to you from the main bunker. And look, the wood stove is cranking because it's a massive show today. I'm talking about a sheer wall of information. We've got 10 stories that show the world is changing faster than the ruling class can keep up with.
And I'm Ashley Thorne. Let's be real, Will. It's not just a wall. It's a Category 5 storm of common sense finally crashing into the ivory towers. We're covering everything today, from the murder rate finally collapsing to the celebrity distraction machine trying to keep your eyes off the fact that the world is being reshaped. Yesterday, we talked about the total failure of the green transition and the energy shortages in Europe. But today is about the pushback.
The Great Turnaround. That's what they're calling it. We have stories on the crime collapse, the ice resistance in Minnesota, the end of DEI at the FAA. And stay tuned because our final segment is a massive deep dive into how the media is using the Brand Beckham Civil War to distract you from literal wars.
Get a helmet, people. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
So let's start with the big one, something the media is honestly almost terrified to report because it ruins the America is a dystopia narrative they love. The Council on Criminal Justice just dropped data showing murder rates are, well, they're in a state of astonishing collapse.
Oh, they hate this.
They hate it. Homicides fell by 21% from 2024 to 2025 across 35 major cities. Right. Think about it. If this trend holds, 2025 will have the lowest homicide rate since, wait for it, 1900. Literally over a century ago.
I'm sorry, but that is a direct rebuke to every defund and decarceration experiment we've seen over the last 5 years.
Oh, 100%.
Here's the reality. When you actually let the police do their jobs and you stop treating every criminal like a misunderstood sociology project, the crime goes down. It's not a mystery.
Exactly. Look at Denver, down 41%. DC, down 40%. Why are they doing this? Well, it's because common sense finally became more popular than radical ideology.
But we have to be honest, Will, there's still these pockets of radical leniency that are getting people killed. Did you see the Disney World tragedy?
Really?
It's horrific. A mother killed by a man who had a violent history but was released by a rogue prosecutor. It's the victimhood industrial complex again. One part of the system is finally working, and the other part is still obsessed with letting people out to prove how compassionate they are.
It's like the system is fighting itself. It's madness. Speaking of systems fighting themselves, let's look at the border. Or, more accurately, the streets of Minnesota. Oh, the Operation Metro Surge. This is getting wild. 3,000 federal agents in the Twin Cities. The Trump administration basically said, if you won't enforce immigration law, we will. And the response? A general strike? Businesses closing in solidarity?
Imagine having so much free time that you go on strike because the government is actually arresting people who broke the law to get here. Excuse me? We have record low border crossings and negative net migration for the first time in forever, and the local elites are having a collective nervous breakdown. They are. I saw that over 100 clergy members were arrested for trying to block deportation flights at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. What? Literally, they were trying to block the runway. What is going on here? Why are they doing this? It's because they respect the feeling of being a savior more than the safety of their own neighborhoods. J.D. Vance was there yesterday. He called it a chaos zone. And he's right. When you have local officials being arrested for trying to stop federal agents from doing their job, you don't have a functioning city anymore. You have a sanctuary for lawlessness.
It's the ruling class at war with the national interest. It's the same thing we're seeing in the airlines. Did you see the Keeping Americans Safe in Aviation order?
I did. Finally.
The White House just rescinded all DEI hiring programs in the FAA. 100% objective criteria again.
Right.
Flight hours, technical certification, not your identity profile.
Let's be real. Gravity does not care about your diversity statement. When I'm at 30,000 feet, I don't want a pilot who is picked to fill a quota. I want the pilot who can land the plane if an engine blows out. Period.
Exactly. And American Airlines just abandoned their DEI hiring too. They saw the legal writing on the wall. Why was this ever even a question? Why did we ever think that safety was a secondary concern to ideology? Because for the last few years, weakness was rewarded, Will. But that era is ending. Life is hard. Get a helmet. If you can't fly the plane, you don't get the seat. It's common sense. Speaking of things that are real,
I want to talk about the 53rd Annual March for Life. I was watching the coverage yesterday. The theme was Life is a Gift.
It was beautiful.
And J.D. Vance, man, he knows how to work a crowd. He announced he and Usha are expecting their 4th child.
Talk about practicing what you preach.
Right? He was joyful. He told the crowd to stay joyful in their advocacy.
Uh-huh.
And that's the pivot, isn't it? It's not just about the law anymore. It's about building a culture where life is actually valued. They had that choir of young adults with Down syndrome, the Friends of Club 21, leading the anthem.
It was powerful. And that's the difference, Will. On one side, you have a movement that celebrates life and family, and on the other, you have the Davos crowd.
Oh, don't get me started on the Davos lizards.
I mean, let's be real. The hypocrisy index just hit a new record this week.
Oh, it's unbelievable. They're lecturing us about climate change while 709 private jet flights, 709, landed at the airports near Davos this week.
Right.
That is one private jet for every 4 participants. I mean, really.
And Greenpeace found that 70% of those flights could have been traveled by train in under a day. But no, the rules are for the peasants, not the global elite.
Did you see Katy Perry?
Oh, the environmentalist?
Yeah, she's there raising awareness for environmental responsibility, but she reportedly burned 498 tons of fuel on a space tourism flight a few months ago.
Excuse me? You can't make this up. It's the rule of the rich. That Oxfam report basically said the American dream is being pillaged while these people sit in Switzerland and decide how much meat you're allowed to eat.
They hate you. They really do. They want a digital control grid to track your carbon usage while they fly their Gulfstreams. But while they're wasting billions, we have people like Alexander Sufer.
This is the most disgusting story of the week.
Sufer, he's the executive director of Abundant Blessings in LA, a charity for the homeless.
Right.
He gets $23 million in public funds. And what does he do with it?
He buys a $7 million mansion in Westwood, a Range Rover, private jets to Maui in Greece.
Oh, yeah.
And the people he was supposed to be feeding, the unhoused, investigators found they were being fed ramen noodles and canned beans.
Ramen? $23 million and you're giving them 25-cent noodles while you're at a resort in Greece?
It's the Homelessness Industrial Complex in its purest form. Zero oversight, fake board of directors, it's corruption masquerading as compassion.
I mean, really, why are they doing this? Well, it's because compassion is the perfect cover for theft. And it's not just charities, it's the cities too. Denver and San Francisco are putting up speed camera fortresses just to fill budget holes.
Exactly. They spend all the money on radical social programs, go broke, and then tax the working class for going 36 in a 30 zone. It's revenue over safety every single time.
It's so transparent. But hey, at least things are moving in the right direction globally. Trump announced a framework for Greenland.
I love it.
He threatened a 10% tariff on Europe, and suddenly NATO is talking about a deal. We get the minerals, we get the missile defense base. It's transactional realism.
It's called being an adult. We need those rare earth elements to stop being dependent on China. If Europe wants our protection, we want a partnership that actually benefits American security.
Right. And Trump isn't waiting for the election to play ball. He's already planning this Trumpapalooza midterm convention at the Kennedy Center.
Which they're apparently renaming in his honor. The left is going to have a stroke.
Literally. But it's a smart strategy. He's nationalizing the midterm. He's telling every Republican candidate, you aren't just running for your seat. You're running for the survival of the movement.
He has to. If they lose the House, the Democrats will impeach him twice a week. It's a permanent campaign now.
Okay, so we have to talk about Winter Storm Fern. 205 million people under alerts. I'm looking out my window in Maine and it's a wall of white. But I saw something that really ticked me off.
What's that?
These school districts are declaring the death of the snow day. Even if it's 40 below zero and there's 3 feet of snow, you have to do remote learning.
Good.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, but life is hard, Will. Why should a kid get a day off just because it's snowing? We have the technology now. Keep them learning. Don't let them sit on TikTok all day.
No. Ashley, I'm sorry, but you're wrong on this. A snow day is a vital part of American childhood. It's the one time the physical world actually wins over the digital one.
It's a distraction.
It's not a distraction. It's reality. When the pipes are freezing and the power is flickering, you shouldn't be worrying about a chemistry quiz on Zoom. You should be shoveling the driveway or helping your neighbors.
Oh, please. Shoveling takes 20 minutes. The rest of the time, they're just playing video games. Why are we letting them be soft? If the world doesn't stop, the school shouldn't stop.
But the world does stop. That's the point. Nature is telling you to take a breath. These remote learning mandates are just the ruling class trying to control every single minute of a child's life. It's the digital control grid starting in kindergarten.
Well, you're being dramatic. It's just school. If they can sit and watch YouTube, they can sit and do their math.
I mean, really? You think a 7-year-old can focus on a screen when there's a blizzard outside? It's unnatural. Let them go sledding. Let them experience a bit of joy that doesn't come from a computer.
Joy is fine, but discipline is better. Here's the reality. We're falling behind the rest of the world. We don't need more days off. We need more work.
Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one because I'm Team Snow Day forever. But look, speaking of digital distractions and people who don't do any real work, we have to talk about the lead story. This is the main event of the circus.
The Beckham Civil War.
Yes, Brooklyn Peltz Beckham. What a name. He dropped this nuclear 800-word statement on Instagram.
Right.
6 slides. He's calling his parents, David and Victoria, controlling and dishonest. He says Victoria hijacked his wedding.
Oh, poor Brooklyn. His mother stepped in for the first dance. She pulled out of designing the wedding dress. Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
This is the height of the victimhood industrial complex. You are born with a silver spoon. No, a platinum spoon in your mouth. You have millions of dollars. You have global fame for, well, doing nothing. And you're on Instagram crying about a dress? Get a helmet.
But think about it, Ashley. Why is this everywhere? I looked at the news cycle today. This story is top of the fold on every major outlet. Why? Why are we talking about the Beckham's family dinner when the Trump administration is literally threatening tariffs on 10% of Europe's GDP?
Because it's a circus, well. It's the celebrity circus designed to keep your eyes off the ball.
Exactly. It's the frame. They want you focused on Brooklyn's feelings so you don't notice the World Economic Forum talking about a digital control grid to track your spending. They want you obsessed with Victoria's fake brand so you don't notice that Alexander Sufer stole $10 million from the homeless.
Exactly. And look at how the media covers it. They treat it like it's a national emergency. TMZ, People, even The Guardian.
Right.
They are all analyzing the microaggressions of the Beckham family. It's a way to keep the public's IQ dropping by the day.
It really is. It's like they want us to be as shallow as these celebrities. I mean, really, why are they doing this? Well, it's because a population that is focused on who Nicola Peltz is wearing is a population that isn't asking why their energy bill is up 30%.
Let's be real. The media hates the fact that crime is down. They hate that common sense is winning. So they have to create a soap opera. And if it's not the Beckhams, it's the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Oh, tell me.
They're already making the Milano Cortina games about sports washing and athlete eligibility. Even the games aren't about sports anymore. Everything has to be filtered through this layer of political sludge.
It's exhausting. Every time you turn on the TV, it's someone trying to trigger your emotions about something that literally does not matter to your daily life. Brooklyn Beckham's estrangement from his dad does not affect your ability to buy groceries. It doesn't affect the border. It doesn't affect the crime in your city.
Right.
But they want you to feel like it does. They want you to pick a side. Are you Team Victoria or Team Brooklyn? I mean, really. I'm Team Stop Making Stupid People Famous.
Here's the reality, Will. People love the gossip because it's easier than dealing with the fact that the world is in a massive transition.
Uh-huh.
It's easier to judge David Beckham than it is to understand why the Arctic is the new front of the Cold War. But that's why we're here, to cut through the noise.
And the noise is louder than ever. Think about it. We've got Winter Storm Fern testing our infrastructure. We've got federal agents in Minnesota. And the most discussed thing on social media is a 6-slide Instagram post from a guy whose biggest accomplishment is being born.
It's a mockery. It's a literal mockery of the working class.
They hate you. They really do. They think you're too dumb to notice what they're doing at Davos, so they give you the Beckham feud. It's the ruling class laughing at us over their champagne.
Well, the joke's on them because the common sense revolution is already here. You can't distract people from an empty wallet forever.
No, you can't. And you can't distract them from the fact that we're finally taking our country back. Whether it's Greenland or the FAA cockpit, merit is back. Safety is back. Reality is back.
And that's the reality they're most afraid of.
It's true. All right, folks, that's a lot for a Friday. We went deep today. We've covered the crime turnaround, the border surge, the Snow Day controversy, where Ashley is clearly wrong, and the Beckham circus.
I'm not wrong. Get your kids to work well.
Never. But seriously, stay warm out there in the storm. Check on your neighbors. If your kids aren't doing remote learning, go build a snowman that looks like a Davos globalist. And then, well, do what you will with it.
Just make sure it's not a DEI compliant snowman. We want a high-quality, merit-based snowman.
That's the dream. We'll be back on Monday with more of the truth they don't want you to hear. This is The Neural Right. I'm Will Sterling.
And I'm Ashley Thorne. Life is hard. Get a helmet.
See you Monday, everyone. What a week.
See ya.